Hey there, Songbird. Today we're talking about one of my favorite tools to open and free the voice. And this is vocal improvisation. So we'll talk about what it is, why I love it so much, what it can teach us about our voice and life, and how to get started. Welcome to Reawaken Your Voice. I'm Lainey Crawford, holistic voice coach, singer, song weaver. I believe the song in your heart holds medicine for yourself and for the world. And yet too often, something happens along the way. We shut down our voice and our song goes unsung. Whether you stopped singing years ago or have always harbored an unrealized dream to start, if you're ready to finally give voice to those unsung songs in your heart, then take my hand as I guide you to free yourself from the inner critic, reignite your creativity, find your courage, sing with confidence, and reawaken those dormant parts of yourself aching for a revival. So dust off your songbooks, tune up your guitar, bust out your singing bowls, your shakers, your drum. Actually, all you really need is your voice, your breath, open ears, and an open heart. Let's play. So first of all, what is vocal improvisation or vocal improv or improvisational singing? And very basically, this is creating music in the moment with your singing voice. So it's very spontaneous and intuitive. You're creating melodies and rhythms with your voice, and there are no predetermined notes or words, lyrics. It's simply tuning inward and seeing what arises in the present moment as you play with your voice. So, of course, I love this. I first got into vocal improv when stepping away from opera. I was just craving something so different. I was going from the structure and rigidity and intensity of singing the notes exactly as they had been written on the page. Striving for that perfect vocal technique, feeling like I had something to prove, and moving towards finding and freeing my own creative voice, awakening my own creativity. And this, of course, led to my own songs and really discovering the music inside of me that was mine alone to bring out. It really helped me find freedom and flow in singing again after I had felt like I was trapped, like I was breaking free from the inner critic, the constant internal criticism that was really holding my voice hostage. And, I was putting all that pressure on myself. So vocal improvisation allowed me to break free from all that and really get back to the heart of singing and making music and just creating for the joy of creating and expressing and being with the music. Being with my voice. And now I use this tool. Well, it's more than a tool. It's an explorative practice. It really is a journey. It's on a deeper level. It is a form of connection with my creator, the ultimate creator, as I tap into the gift of creativity that we as humans have. It brings a certain level of closeness. to that original source, to God. And so it really is like a homecoming to my own heart over and over again. But I use this whenever I'm feeling bored or stuck or uninspired or just like my voice is trapped. When I'm craving that freedom and, the wild abandon and getting lost in the flow of creativity. Or when I'm trying to get to the root or the truth of something that's on my heart, and I'm just feeling stuck in a hamster wheel of noisy thoughts. I can start out in that place, that repetitive cycle of noisy thoughts, and then through the process of improvisation, I can get to a place of clarity and truth and, dissipating the noise and making space for harmony. I use improvisational singing when I need to just be with a feeling, or when I need to just get it out, release something, when I need to remember who I am, or even when I need to forget whatever is happening in my world, in my daily life, and just be in that creative space where I can let go of it all. So today I just want to share with you why I love vocal improvisation and why improvisational singing is so powerful and how it teaches us lessons along the way. Not only about our voice, but about ourselves and about life itself. So I have 10 reasons why I love improv so much, and it can also be 10 things it teaches you. So let's just dive right into these. And hopefully through them, I'm convincing you of the power of vocal improv and to give it a try and see how these things can manifest in your experience and what may come through for you. So number 1, it teaches us forgiveness. As you create in the moment, there will be moments when your voice comes through in a way that you would judge as imperfect or flawed. And as you continue onward, you learn to just forgive yourself for that and let go. Move on to allow it to be what it is and forgive, which is so freeing in and of itself. Number 2, trust. It teaches you to trust your voice. And this is so crucial when we are working on getting back to that place of play and liberation of the voice. You're releasing self-doubt. You're bringing it back to forgiveness. You're forgiving your voice for any times that it may have let you down, or any times you may have felt betrayed by your voice. You're learning to build trust in your instrument and build trust in your own creativity, that you can follow it without knowing where it's going to go, and it will carry you somewhere and teach you something new and show you something in a new light. Number 3, listening. it teaches us to listen internally to where the music may be guiding us or where our intuition may be guiding us. And it also teaches you to listen closely to how the music plays together. As you get more complex with the improvisation, add other instruments, or if you bring other voices into it, you are exploring the interplay of those different instruments and listening to how they can really be woven into a tapestry of sound. Number 4, giving and receiving. So in improvisational singing, there's this ebb and flow, this give and take. And as you are listening and receiving the inspiration to create a certain sound, you are then kind of translating that receptive energy and putting it out into the world, giving of your voice, giving of what's inside of you, giving of your heart. So it's this give and take, the balance of the ebb and flow, the inhale and the exhale. Number 5, releasing fear of the unknown. Oh, I love this one. There's so much fear in the unknown when we don't know what to expect or what's coming. We want to control it so badly. But when we learn to release that and step into the unknown, that opens up so many possibilities in life. And in singing, of course. Like I said, this practice teaches us not only about singing and about our voice, but about life itself. So it translates to other areas of your life. And in releasing this fear of the unknown, you're also letting go of your inhibitions. All that hesitancy to try something new, that hesitancy to take that step into the unknown. It helps you to let go of all that and just go for it and see where it takes you. So as you do this, you're expanding your comfort zone. Number 6, willingness to make mistakes. And I say mistakes lightly because as we improvise, we're really going beyond the right way or the wrong way of doing things. But you'll have moments where it clashes or there's a dissonance that, I didn't mean to go that way with it. But you learn how to let go of that quickly. You learn to turn those, quote, mistakes into like intentional forks in the road. It's an alternate pathway where, okay, maybe you had intended to turn the other way, but you wound up here instead. So let's make the most of it and carry on and see where this takes us. So that also kind of feels like we're coming back to that forgiveness of, being okay with making mistakes, being okay with failure, and really reframing what failure is to begin with. Because there's this aspect of creativity that allows for all possibilities. This takes us into number 7, so I'll just go into number 7. Infinite possibilities. We are dispelling limitations and allowing ourselves to open our minds enough to see what we weren't able to see before. Possibilities that we previously couldn't see open up to us. A new path becomes clear, or the path that was always there that maybe we didn't see or discounted as impossible. Now we see a way. Number 8, it helps us to be here now with what is. So this is being in the present moment. When we're improvising, if we are thinking ahead too much or holding on to something in the past too much, we're going to totally lose track of where we are in the moment and kind of derail from the flow. So in being with what is in the moment, in a way, we kind of transcend time. And we're kind of floating in this creative space of those infinite possibilities. And, with this reality of time that we live in, right? Well, we could get philosophical about that, but when I am improvising, sometimes I will set a timer, when my time really is limited, or when I'm trying to convince myself to just do 10 minutes, when that resistance to the practice is showing up, or when I'm just not feeling it, but I know as I move through it, it's going to open up my voice and I'm going to get those new ideas for that new song that's been kind of tapping me on the shoulder. This is when a timer can be really helpful. But keep in mind that you can leave it totally open-ended if you have the time and the space to, have that luxury of just having it be open-ended. That's beautiful too. So it's this play of working within the confines of time, but also finding a way to lose ourselves in time. Number 9, it helps us to break free from perfectionism. This one was so huge for me. And this is such a big part of what was holding me back and keeping my voice blocked or imprisoned. When we are singing freely and spontaneously in the moment without a preconceived idea of what it should sound like or what it should be or what we are creating, we realize that it's just a fleeting moment, that the sound we create, it's there and then it's gone, and then we're moving forward. Back to the time marches on. In the music, the beat goes on. And so if there's something that arises that, that we want to attack with that perfectionism, by the time it happens, it's already gone. So it's reminding us of impermanence and to let go of that critical judgment that we have for ourselves, to forgive, to let go and keep going. That this next moment is an opportunity to begin again. Number 10, the beauty of vocal improvisation is that it can be in solitude and it can be with a partner and it can be with a group. Each of these has their own benefits. So when you need that time for self-discovery and exploration without concern of other people hearing or judging, when you need to just be with yourself, be with your voice and play to discover what's there, you can sing in solitude and do this practice of improvisation by yourself. And when you expand a little bit beyond that and, are dipping your toes into the idea of sharing your voice, sharing your heart, building the confidence to do so, you can do it with a partner, just one person, playing off of each other's voices back and forth. And as you expand that comfort zone and build your confidence, you can expand the amount of people that you do this with, starting with an intimate group and then with a bigger group. And the layering of voices is something so transformational. So the beauty of this is little by little you're building confidence. So maybe number 10 is it helps to build your confidence, but you can start with where you are. Start with your comfort zone. That's okay. That's a beautiful place to start. And then gently stretch it, gently open it up. As you practice and build trust in your voice and develop these skills that are perhaps latent within you, but you feel them buzzing and wanting to emerge. As you develop those, you begin to see what you're capable of and see those infinite possibilities and break free from the criticism so that you can really feel freedom and flow in singing. So a quick recap of these 10 reasons why vocal improvisation is so powerful, or the 10 things we can learn through improvisational singing. Number 1, forgiveness. Number 2, trust. Number 3, listening. Number 4, giving and receiving. Number 5, releasing fear of the unknown. Number 6, willingness to make mistakes. Number 7, infinite possibilities. Number 8, the present moment. Number 9, break free from perfectionism. And number 10, building confidence. And a beautiful way to begin is to begin in solitude, exploring on your own, just being alone with your voice and your creativity, starting with some humming, opening up to some vowel sounds, adding some voiced consonants, and as you move forward, beginning to open yourself up to words and phrases, contemplating questions that are on your heart, or working through things that perhaps you need some perspective on. So I will definitely be going deeper into this, as, like I said, it's one of my favorite tools for creative expression, freeing your singing voice. So we'll be talking more about really how to get started with this, what you need, some really simple ways to explore the art of vocal improvisation. So stay tuned for all of those because I cannot fit them all into one episode. So there's plenty to look forward to. But if you would like to get started right now with some improvisational singing, I do have a free workshop that weaves that vocal improvisation into a guided singing practice to help you open your voice, open that creative flow. You can access this free workshop at reawakenyourvoice.com/workshop. I'll see you there. Hey friend, thank you so much for listening. If this episode unlocked something in you or moved you in some way, I'd be so grateful if you'd leave me a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're streaming this, and share this episode with a friend who's been praying for a vocal breakthrough. Until we meet again, keep nurturing that song in your heart. Lots of love.